Oh, check out the shirt. My black is beautiful because I need y'all to know that, okay? Hola Chanellies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jaila, also known as JaiChanellie on the internet, so that is where you can find and follow me. And today I'm bringing you a full face of nothing but black owned makeup brands. It is long overdue and very much appropriate for the time, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So in lieu of everything going on right now with the Black Lives Matter movement and the Pull Up for Change movement, I thought it was really appropriate to come to you and give you a full face of makeup with just black owned makeup brands. Now, all the brands that I'm featuring right now, it was very clear to me that they were black owned from the jump, so I didn't really have to do any research about that, but I just wanted to shout out the Pull Up for Change movement for just giving us a peek into these brands and how much they actually support black people. So straight out the back, I noticed that I did not own a black owned makeup primer, and that was like really surprising to me, so I need to get on that. What I actually used for primer was this Nola Skin Essentials Hydra Face Cream. If you don't know about Nola Skin Essentials is actually founded by a black woman named Jane. She actually founded Nola Skin Essentials in 2016. I was able to partner up with Nola Skin Essentials and give you an entire video about Nola Skin Essentials and their background and their start. So I'm gonna link that video above in the description box below. Go ahead and watch that. But Jane is definitely doing her thing in the skincare game, as well as a couple of different makeup products, so I wanted to highlight them in this video. Next up, for foundation. So I tried a new product for foundation, and it was none other than the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Foundation in the color 22. Now this is a new foundation to me, and I actually just got a sample because the real product is like $60, sis. I needed to try before I buy, okay? Pat McGrath is definitely a force to be reckoned with. If you don't know Pat McGrath, she is renowned makeup artist, especially when you talk about the runways, the supermodels of the 90s and beyond. Moving right along, for concealer, I actually went in with this Mented foundation, and this is the Skin by Mented collection in the color L30. Now, if you don't know about Mented Cosmetics, it was actually founded by two black women, and their names are KJ Miller and Amanda Johnson. Mented is actually short for pigmented. They were looking to make their own nudes and couldn't really find them that easily, so they decided to make their own. And from there, they have launched an entire makeup collection. I do frequently use Mented because I am a friendfluencer for them, which means that I receive launches from them. So full disclosure, you will see a couple of Mented products pop up here and there because I do have them and I do regularly use them. So speaking of those Mented products, the setting powder I actually use is from Mented, and it is in the color light tan. There's actually two other shades that are darker than this. I use this to set my under eyes and my highlighted concealed portions, but you can also use it as a full-on facial setting powder. I'm kind of dry. I'm a dry skin shouty, so I do not set my entire face, which is why I don't use the other shades. Now, I absolutely have to talk about the complexion sponge that I use to apply my foundation, concealer, setting powder, and excuse its dirtiness, but this is the complexion sponge from UOMA Beauty. UOMA Beauty is actually founded by a black woman named Tisha Nicole. She dedicated UOMA to her mother, and she is a black owned indie small business, and her products are amazing, y'all. This sponge is the best sponge I've ever used for setting powders. I didn't know the definition of setting your face until I used this sponge to set my face, y'all. It literally locks the product in place and it picks up products so smoothly, so evenly. I stand this, and I just started using this even though I've had it for a while. You will again see UOMA Beauty pop up here and there in this video as well. For bronzers, I actually went in with the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer, and this is in the color Beijing Gal. Rihanna is the celebrity that is attached to Fenty Beauty. Fenty is her last name. Now, we've been looking at the numbers, and we know that Rihanna holds about a 15% stake in Fenty, which gives some leeway to determine, well, is it black owned? If it has a black owner, do you consider black owned? I'm going to say Fenty Beauty is black owned because Rihanna is so hands-on. She's so visible in the product creation and the product rollout that I just know Fenty is her baby, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. So I did go ahead and go in with this bronzer. So another bronzer that I frequently use is by Black Radiance, and it is their True Complexion Contour Palette. Now, Black Radiance is not Black owned. They're actually owned by Market Beauty, which owns a lot of different indie brands, like for example Wet n Wild. But Black Radiance is a Black run company, Black led company. So if you go on their Instagram, they posted an IGTV video. Their whole team is Black, if I'm not mistaken. The people who do all the work for them are Black, but they're just not Black owned. So you can also take that into consideration. If you want to exclusively use Black owned products, I understand that completely, but I did want to bring that to your attention. I warned y'all that Mented would be popping up frequently, and their blushes are probably the best thing I've ever used by them. The Mented Cosmetics blush in the color Clay Too Much is what I decided to use today, and this is what it looks like. I already have a video on these Mented blushes, so I will leave that linked above so you can go ahead and watch it. I believe I actually used this blush in that video, so I kind of wish I would have used another one. But I really do love this blush as a go-to everyday blush, because if you're intimidated by blush like I once was, this is super, super good for you. It's also really subtle if you want to make it, especially if you are deeper complexion. You can kind of build this up or play it down. I just really, really love this one most of all out of all four. For highlighters, I'm going right back to UOMA Beauty, and I use the highlighter in the color Cosmos. Now, if you look at this, this is literally like a white gold highlighter, but it shows up so beautifully on the skin. As you can see, I also popped it in my inner corner as a highlight. They also have some other colors like Monarch, which is very, very good if you are deeper complected and you don't want to go as light as Cosmos. But I've seen Tisha, who is the owner of UOMA Beauty, I've seen her use this on herself. I've seen her use this on clients who are darker skinned. So don't be intimidated by the fact that this is so light, and there's so much product in here, y'all. You get the bang for your buck. Moving right along, now for brows, I actually use the Mented Cosmetics Take a Brow Pencil, and this is the deep brown color, and I've used a couple of different ones. So this is the dark brown one. In my previous video, my spring twist tutorial, actually I used the deep brown one, which is like a black brown. So I played around with these colors. It has never broken on me, y'all. My brows stay in place all day, so I really, really do like this brow pencil. Now for the eyes, which I know y'all have been looking at, I actually went into this Colored Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows palettes. Now this Color Rain palette I purchased maybe last year, if not 2 years ago, and I have done a video about it, and I will leave that video linked above as well as below. This is what this palette looks like, y'all. It is so beautiful, so colorful, and it blends like a dream, y'all. When I tell y'all Vivid Pigments is a very apt name, because that's exactly what it is. I believe the owner of Color Rain, his name is Lorraine. I believe the company is a play on her name. So Colored Rain is really, really big on eyeshadow. So if you're looking for an eyeshadow brand to support, go ahead and give Colored Rain a try. The lashes that I'm currently wearing are also from UOMA Beauty, and they're in the style Izzy. Her lashes bomb. If you don't try anything else from UOMA Beauty, you need to check out the lashes, and you need to check out those highlighters. Like, those two are a recipe for success. Last thing is my lip product, and this is actually again from Mented Cosmetics, and this is their liquid lip collection, and I actually use the color Peachy Keen to kind of match my eyes and tie everything together. So again, Mented has an array of products, from eyebrows to eyeshadows to complexion products. They really do have a very, very wide range of products. So I realized that I do not have a sufficient setting spray from a Black owned makeup brand, so I ended up using my toner instead, and this is from NOLA Skin Essentials, the Lavandula toner. I've used their toners as setting sprays in the past, and they work extremely well. Every single brand that I mentioned in this video is the real deal, so please go ahead and check them out if you haven't already. I have a lot of work to do, because doing my full face, I've noticed a lot of repeats, which is fine, but I just know that there are so many other Black owned brands out there that I could be using. And I noticed some deficits, like I don't have a Black owned mascara at all. I don't have a proper setting spray. I don't have a proper primer. There are a lot of products and a lot of brands that I could be checking out, and I will be more diligent in making sure I'm doing my part in supporting these Black owned brands. So I just kind of want to come and tell you that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video so YouTube can share with other people. Make sure you follow me on my socials, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.